So, and if, as you said, you're on your own boss now, even more.
Yeah.
So who are you not coaching?
No, it's not.
No, seriously.
No. It's
Marwan? You're coaching Marwan?
it's sort of a bit of a new thing.
Yeah,
so.
I'm looking on the corner, I'm like, what do you mean you're coaching Marwan Shobagi? I mean, it's a big step.
I think
it's different.
Obviously this week I'm a consultant for England Squash, so I'm not a full-time employee by the governing body, but I'm passionate about trying to help the next generation of English players as well. So obviously this week I'm in the corner of all the English guys. That doesn't mean that I coach them, obviously.
You support them at the
the good thing is that I was colleagues with them on the tour and we were teammates. So somebody, it's probably different with a James or a Darryl because they've been around so many years. They know what they're doing. They're so experienced.
But Adrian Waller, for example,
but a couple of the young. Well, no, that's down to him and the work that he's doing back home. But when you're at a tournament, if you can just be sort of just having someone there for you, I think it's something maybe that England needs to get back to doing, because you see, for example, the French team, when they bring in the youngsters through.
When the Egyptian brought Shabana, that was
a big thing.
Make a difference.
And, it's something that it's been difficult, because budgets are tight for everyone. But I see, obviously it's difficult to compare to Egypt because they're sort of on a level of their own at the moment from the bottom through to the top. But you look at somebody like France, and Renan is here with the young players, and I heard about what happened in the Black Ball last year where he brought the group that weren't playing for the experience of being there, and they're the fantastic sort of things that maybe you can make a small difference if you're at a tournament with them. And some of those guys do come to me in Sheffield for some sessions, but I don't sort of coach any of those individually. It's more sort of Greg Lobban, Donna.
You always were very, very mother hen, on the tour. You arrive somewhere and he's organizing the change and he's organizing everything. You don't know, but I'm ill. I'm really ill as a dog. And he sees me and says, "Oh, Fram, don't worry." He goes back to his room, brings me some lemsip and brings me the cup. This is lemsip from, this is Nick Matthew. So you've got Donna, you've got obviously Greg Lobban.
Yes.
Who else do you
So they're the two sort of senior players that I work with on a day in, day out. Marwan's been fun. It was almost by accident with him because he wanted to work on the physical side of his game. I think he thought that was an area that he needed to improve. So I think in England, I can think of the top two people he might work with Gary Nisbet and Mark Campbell.
Yeah, so he chose Mark.
And he chose Mark, and he liked what he was doing. And I think he was doing some psychology with Danny as well, Danny Massaro. And he just accidentally sort of said, "I'm in Sheffield with Mark for a few days. Any chance I can have a hit or come to one of your squad sessions?" And we just had a couple of hits. There was no, nothing. And he said, "I really like it. Can I come for some more?" And it's only come sort of 2 or 3 times, but it's been fun. And that's almost easier because he'll come up just for 3 days and then he'll go to the people that you work with and who live there, so Greg and Donna, and then mainly the sort of younger next generation players. So there's a couple of 19-year-old boys, some of the younger girls as well, and you're sort of almost trying to mentor that next generation. And, it's been a real eye-opener this week because I've been to tournaments since I've retired, but it's more come for a couple of days or come in and out. But I've been here the whole week and I've just seen the players in the hotel, and you see how different players prepare for matches, or when they have a day off. Some go to the beach, some go to do yoga, some go for a hard, intense practice. Mohammed's in breakfast with his headphones on. He's still in the zone even on the day off, and it's just interesting to see. And that, I think that side of it is that downtime is what I miss, because when I've stopped, I've sort of just thrown myself into everything, and sometimes you don't get a chance to think. No more afternoon naps.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. And I know the answer, but I want you to tell us what is your best memory. If I remember well, it was something to do with the Commonwealth of Hypera.
Yeah.
Is it still that, or do you have anything more?
It's always a hard one to choose between Manchester Worlds, home worlds, and I always remember the big, that was 2013, I remember the big contrast between 2010 in Saudi when I won my first World, and the compound there in Al-Kabar. Got to my room at the end of the night and it was just me and the trophy and no noise anywhere. You know what it was like? It was just completely silent, outside, nothing. And I sort of felt a bit alone, a bit lonely, and it was a bit like, is that it? Just achieved your sort of goal, and you're sort of thinking it has to be more to it. And then the difference in Manchester, where everyone was there, your family, your friends, that was sort of an amazing feeling. The Glasgow, the Commonwealth Games one was different because that was the thing that I thought was going to be maybe the thing that I wanted to sign off my career with that one. I was lucky to carry on playing 4 more years, but I didn't expect that at the time. I thought this is where I want to finish, and I built everything over the last 4 years to that, and then took the knee surgery 5 weeks before, just completely out of the blue. So that just was crazy times, just whirlwind, just trying to get fit, and then
Just
being asked
walk.
just to walk, and then to try and think about playing, and then getting asked to do the flag, and so on and so forth. And the occasion was amazing. It felt like an Olympics, really. And I don't think James or myself played in that final our best. He just come back from. He didn't have surgery yet. He had that after, but he was told that he might be never playing and things. So I think what we did on that day in front of the big stage was really good. It wasn't necessarily the best match, but we were both the same. We were both at the same level. We both probably had better levels, but we were both at the same on the same day. So that was great memory as well. But talking to James, I just want to say it's fantastic to see how he played yesterday.
Incredible.
You know,
we can't kill them all. We can't kill them. They keep on,
And I James and I, as you know, are two completely different characters, but I see, and the way we play and prepare and everything else, but I see massive similarity there in where he is now and where I was when I finished, which was, you can't perform like that every week. So the ranking is what the ranking is and whatever. But what keeps you going, what gets you up in the morning, is that you've still got maybe 3 matches a year where you can play at that level. And that's the thing that gets you out of bed. If he was 18 in the world every single day, he'd probably by now, is it worth it? But he knows that on any given day, he can beat anybody. And that was the same with me the last 2 years. The ranking was what it was. And I saw that in him yesterday, that he knows the next round he might do it again, he might not. But he's great. You can go on forever if you think that you can still just do the rankings irrelevant. People talk too much about the rankings, but on any given day, go out. These guys know James Willstrop. They're not happy playing it because they know the level he can play. It's not an 18 in the world level. It's number one on his day. So it was great to see that, when it's my generation, see what happens with Greg. Let's see whether he can make a famous comeback. So still good to see, and then the new generation can have their time.
Absolutely. Take your turn, take your ticket. Thank you very much. Thank you.